Hi, Aquarius. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get your reading done for the last portion of December 2018. My phone broke, finally, and I had to get a replacement, and life and Christmas and broken phone. So yeah, that's what happened. I hope everything's going well for you and you're enjoying the brand new year. And yeah, let's get started into your reading. Show me love and relationship energies present for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Show me love and relationship energies for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, January 2019. Show me for Aquarius. You have the Page of Swords, Aquarius. The Three of Wands. I'm not taking those. I guess I'm taking those. Seven of Wands. Ten of Coins in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Queen of Wands upright. Two of Coins in reverse. Justice upright. Page of Wands in reverse. So give me a second. I want to look at this energy for you. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, primarily Scorpio energy. The energy is someone who is, well, they're more so, they don't communicate their feelings. They're more so apt to disregard somebody just to fulfill what they want in their life. This is somebody who could potentially be a drinker or a drug addict. It's somebody who's shut off emotionally. Like the King of Cups upright even is not so emotionally expressive to a degree. He holds things closer to himself. In the reverse effort, it's more so somebody who is not very healthy. But the way he's paired, he's with this Queen of Swords. It's like this woman here. I'm sorry, not the Queen. That's interesting. The Queen of Swords. I said the Queen of Swords. It's the Queen of Wands. Okay. I wanted to say something really quick though about the Queen of Swords because she's popping out of my mouth. And this backs up what I'm talking about here with the Queen of Wands. This is an energy where somebody, a female counterpart, it doesn't have to be female counterpart, but the female aspect of this reading, she's fed up, she's tired, she's gotten to a level of hurt and frustration dealing with this person that she's taken it upon herself to make her own decisions, to walk, to move, to bring back stability in her life, to balance energies out. You know, that's not a healthy pairing. Like with the King of Cups in reverse, that's not a healthy pairing. What's at the bottom of the deck? Okay, cool. The King of Wands. So very, very cool. So now you have a counterpart here. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Very, very good. That's more of a passionate energy. That's an energy where two people meet up with one another, where it's like sparks fly, things are ignited, you know, it's exciting to be around, you know. Sometimes we have to pay attention where we don't burn ourselves out, you know, but the energy is something of excitement, happiness to be a part of something. The Page of Swords in regard to this Three of, the Three of Wands here. This is like studying. This is studying what we've been through in our lives to move forward towards what we want, okay? The Three of Wands talks about moving towards what we want. It's about being patient, but also diligent within that patience. It's talking about making movements, going about your life where you place things in order so they happen, so you can achieve this energy. The Page of Swords is somebody who studies. This is not just a spy card. A lot of people say, oh, somebody's spying on you. Sure, somebody's spying on you. Sure, you could be spying on somebody. And if that's going on, then that applies to you. But this isn't just a spy card. This also talks about somebody who is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, somebody who could be immature. It could be somebody who studies, somebody who's going to school. It could be somebody who just wants to get to the bottom of a situation but doesn't really have the clarity and the know-how of how to do so. You know, there's a lot of different actions in that, but I feel more so that this is you choosing to like study how you're going to go into your next step, your next phase in life, what's going to be for you. You know, but coming into the next energy, you have the Seven of Wands here with the Ten of Coins. So here, this is almost as if we have been in a situation with somebody where it's a long-standing family situation, a long-standing situation in a relationship with you. This could be also somebody who has been in a family situation and now they want to either come back or communicate with you. Their situation may have fallen apart, and so it's like they're more so, you know, now they're like, oh, well, let me talk to you about this, you know. But here, the Seven of Wands, this is a defensive energy. This is one where it's like we're ready to fight. We're ready to put up our guard, basically, and not want to engage in a situation because we know that it's unhealthy. We know that whatever the situation is not going to bring us something long-standing, you know. The Ten of Coins denotes long-standing energy. It talks about people who've lived together, sometimes 5-10-year relationships, you know, people who have known each other for lifetimes and they've been family members and they have families together. Here, it's a letting go of that energy. It's an alleviation of that. Somebody is defensive in regard to it as well. Somebody is wanting either to, it's like, I don't feel like they want to fight about it. I feel it's just more so like you are done even entertaining and engaging the situation. It doesn't feel like it's like there's not enough stability within it. That's what I'm feeling. There's not enough stability within this situation for you to hang on to it. It's like, oh, that didn't work out for you. Oh, okay. You know, what am I going to do about that? Like, I've been dealing with this for long enough, or I feel like somebody's dealt with something for long enough where it's like they're just tired of it. So the King and Queen of Cups, the King of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Wands. So I talked to you about them before. Two people not seeing eye to eye. One who's more so emotionally devoid. The other who's more so ready to start her life, to go after what she wants in her own life, you know. And when you do that, you give yourself the opportunity to change things. You put things on a different trajectory entirely. When you do that, you're more so apt to let things go so you can open up your energy to meet somebody like this. That is good energy when they meet. That's sparks. That's intuition. That's really good energy happening. But you need to utilize the opportunity to let this person go. If you're dealing with a King of Cups, Scorpio mainly, Cancer, Pisces, that person needs to go. It doesn't feel that that's a healthy situation. It feels like that person is out of sorts in regard to what they've been dealing with, and I feel that they're projecting it on you possibly. Moving into the future and outcome, you have the Two of Coins in reverse, Justice upright, and the Page of Wands in reverse. So it's like, you know, feeling out of balance entirely, but knowing that you have to move forward in the direction that you need to move forward in. It's like, but not knowing how to go about it, you know. And I want to caution too, being careful about how much you give to a situation, how much you offer an ear to somebody, how much you offer a heart to somebody. You know, sometimes people will take advantage of your good graces. They'll take advantage of your emotional space where you're at, and they will kind of leech off of you. You need to be careful about that. And it's like right now, it feels like you are more so bolstered by energies that are supportive of you, where they're not going to allow that to happen. They're supportive of you moving forward in your life, even if you don't know how to get to the next stage, even if you don't know which the steps to take next. You know, this upright, it's like we're moving forward. We have the idea, but we're not quite there yet. You know, we still want to engage things a little bit more, but we're moving. Here, we aren't moving. Here, we have a lack of understanding in where we're going. We have a lack of ourselves, you know, a disconnection with our passion, a disconnection with our drive. It's almost as if having dealt with this situation has caused like a stagnation inside of yourself. And with the King of Wands at the bottom of this deck, I do want to mention here, this is the energy that you need to step into. Both of these energies. You need to step into this energy. This doesn't just mean a male and a female here. This also means the energy of this is where you need to go. It's at the bottom of the deck. The King of Wands is somebody who's a leader. He self-dictates his own life. He goes about things in a way where he knows what he's getting into, and that's it. It's his choice. That's it. You know, he's not going to waffle. He's not going to dilly-dally. He's like, okay, this is what I'm choosing. Here we go. You know, same with her. Same with her. But I'm feeling in regard to this one, there's an energy here where we need to, this is going to sound cheesy, we need to make ourselves beautiful. We need to feel beautiful. We need to feel comforted in ourselves. We need to let go of the ties that have been surrounding this situation where we've neglected ourselves in certain ways, and trust that more is coming for you. Trust that there is more on the horizon for you. But it's also important, I'm tapping into the Empress energy here for a lot of reasons. She's coming through very heavily. We need to nurture ourselves, take care of ourselves, make sure that we are the ones in control of our own self-care and like how we feel, okay? A lot of the times we can allow ourselves to be subject to feelings, to emotions. This person hurt me this way. Okay, well, now I'm going to stagnate and like be painful. Sure, you could do that, but it's far better for you in the long run if you actually take the initiative to change that situation and go towards something that's going to be positive for you, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clarify some cards here, and we can get this going. For Aquarius, show me the Page of Swords for Aquarius. So the Devil for the Page of Swords. Here, Aquarius with the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that's your energy right here. This is you cutting out energy. This is you basically, you know what, letting things go. You need to, I'm going to say this. I talked about this card being one who's a student who studies things. I feel that it's really necessary for you to study this situation, to study the type of connection you've had with this person, to study how it's left you feeling. Make sure that you pay attention to all of that in its totality, within its magnitude. There's a deep connection to this person that needs to go. This has been a long-standing situation with somebody who has pretty much given you toxicity throughout the situation. Sometimes it's also a connection here within a carnal fashion. Do you see these two people about to have sex at the bottom of the card? These people, there's a toxic connection there in regard to sexuality, in regard to the carnal connection. That's what I'm definitely feeling here. Here with the Queen of Swords, you need to cut that energy out, okay? You need to cut that energy out. You need to be mindful also of not feeling like the situation, like you squandered your life or you squandered your energies in regard to the situation. If this person were supposed to be in your life for a long-term situation, they would be. And if they're not, they're not, you know. But just because they allow something to fall out of their lives, just because something falls out of their life now that was long-standing for them, doesn't mean they can crawl back to you. Like, you really need to use your discernment in how you want to uphold and maintain a toxic energy. Be careful about that. Really do your homework and be very honest. This is also talking about becoming incredibly honest with yourself and how you view things. Because when you do that, you see the butterfly at the top of the sword? You transform energy. Butterflies are about transformation. You know, when you're clear The sword represents clarity and truth. When you're clear with yourself and you cut out BS, you have transformations in situations that are positive. Show me the 3 of Wands for Aquarius, please. So you have the 7 of Cups. Awesome. So in regard to what it is that you want to go forward in your life, and the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, you need to use your judgment in regard to where you're going, but also in regard to this previous situation that you've been in. It feels like this is a long-standing situation. Like, I feel like you've been in it, but also like you've been in it, but you haven't been in it fully. Like, there's like multiple layers here where it's like somebody else has had somebody else and you've been kind of in a limbo energy. You have choices, Aquarius, and the choices that you're making are going to be something that are going to help you in the long term. They're going to be things that are going to really take care of you in the long term. There's something really weird that just popped in that you need to be careful of. It said pacify, choices that pacify. Here, I want you to be careful of choices that pacify you, okay? That's a dual message. Be careful, be mindful of the choices that you make, because the ones that you're making now are going to be with you for a very long time. But be careful of the choices that you choose that you know pacify you, okay? That's something very important. Use your judgment. Be honest with yourself. Be very, very clear in what you choose. That's when you have the power in your life. Show me the 7 of Wands for Aquarius. So you've got the Hierophant, you've got the 7 of Pentacles, and you've got Justice. So you've got Justice here twice, okay? So some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Some of you may be getting involved with Libra. Some of you may also just have, oh shit, you've got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck too. So Libra, Libra, Libra energy. You've got the Justice twice, and you have the King of Swords now. At the last read, at the last under deck, you had the Queen of Swords. So this is literally communicating with somebody fully. This is making sure that everything that is spoken about is utterly true. If this causes fights and frustration in regard to a long-standing relationship, in regard to a marriage, in regard to a relationship this person was in, perhaps, if you were in a relationship with them that's long-standing, it feels like that situation's coming down. If this person is coming back into your life where they were in a relationship that was a long-standing situation, it feels like that situation has come down, but now it's like they're approaching you and you're like, oh no, hold up, bub, I don't think so. Because you've looked at this situation, you've looked at all of it, and you're walking away from the Pentacles. You're walking away from whatever you've put into this situation. It's no longer worth it. You're taking your 1 Pentacle, you know, to get you off the ground, and you're moving away from it. You know, you build your own future. You are bolstered by the universe. You are having, this is talking about the universe having your back. It's also talking about divorce, especially with the King of Swords. This is lawyer energy, you know, divorce energy, especially with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Show me the 10 of Pentacles in reverse for Aquarius. So you have the 2, yeah. So you have 2 cards popping out. The first one you have is the 3 of Wands. You have that here, but it's coming out sideways, okay, Aquarius? And then you have the 6 of Wands here. So it almost feels like this person, like I've been talking about, this person dealing with this situation from their life, that it's like you've known about it, you've been a part of it, but you haven't been fully like engaged in it. It's almost as if they're coming at you sideways, and like it's almost as if like you're like a secondary option, or like they want you but like on their terms, and they've caused you to wait, or they've caused you to be basically like stuck, like a holding cell within yourself or something. That's what it feels like. But it's like they want victory with you. But the moon is at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who's not 100% on board with everything. They're not going to be clear with you. You need to be very careful about that, Aquarius. Just because somebody wants to communicate with you and put a wreath on your head or a ring on your finger now that something is broken down, you need to be careful about that. I would be very, very conscious of how you engage with this person. I don't feel that this is somebody who's trustworthy for you. Okay, so now we're going to get into the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. Show me the King of Cups in reverse, please, for Aquarius. Okay. So for the King of Cups, you have the World. So this is finalities. This is endings. This is choosing to let go of things that no longer serve you. It's learning huge lessons, huge lessons that are going to be with you long-term, long-standing. The things that you're choosing now are reflections of how you've experienced life in the past, okay? But you're choosing to go about them in an entirely different way, Aquarius, and it's healthier. It feels like it's healthier because this person is finalized. You're finalizing the situation with this person. Somebody is. I mean, some of you may be divorcing. Some of you may be getting this situation done legally. Some of you may be getting, you're hearing about them finalizing a situation in their life. But it's almost as if you're like, whatever. Like, whatever. That has no bearing on my life now. Show me the... You have the Nine of Pentacles in regard to the Queen of Wands, Aquarius. This is talking about going on your own, letting things go, being by yourself, choosing to be single. I didn't even say, give me a card for the Queen of Wands. It just flew out. And being happily single, like happily going on your own. You have the Four of Pentacles and... Well, it's the Four of Pentacles, but in this deck, the Four of Pentacles also has the Grim Reaper, which is death, which is Scorpio. Here, we have Scorpionic energy with the King of Cups in reverse, Scorpio energy heavily. It's almost as if what you've been holding on to has been this person. It has been this Scorpio energy or this water sign energy, and it's like, that's done. That's coming to a close. That's not healthy anymore. It's something that you've held on to for a long time, but now you can let it go. It's like releasing it, letting it go, okay? Show me the Two of Coins in reverse. So you need to balance out your emotions. You need to get back into your emotions. It feels like sometimes when we experience these things, again, it's like we kind of come to a standstill in our lives. We come to places where it's like we don't know how to express and experience the next phase. We go into a shell, we go into cocoon mode, and like we just shut off, you know? You need to be conscious of that. You need to get back more so into your emotional body. You need to trust your emotions. You need to balance your emotions out. Being by yourself is something that will definitely help you balance your emotions out, but making a commitment in regard to how you go about your life on your own. That's what it is. It's like, what I'm feeling is like a commitment to making sure that I am doing things that are going to be helpful for me, that are going to be healthy for me. I am making sure that I am taking care of myself. It's like the ultimate self-care, and it's entirely intentional and it's entirely wonderful. Like that's a beautiful energy for you to experience, Aquarius, but you have to be the one that makes that decision. It doesn't just fall out of the sky and into your lap. You have to be the one to make that decision. When you do balance yourself out emotionally, when you are more so engaged in your own self and how you want to experience your life, that's when you make a new charge for what you want in your life. That's when you go in a new direction. You may feel shaky. He's hanging off the cliff right here, but you know, this is the Fool card. This is talking about brand new beginnings. Okay? Shifting energies, moving forward. Show me justice for Aquarius. So you have the Nine of Swords here, Aquarius, with the Hangman. So, you know what, in regard to justice, I feel like this is something where it's like the universe has your back now. You've been in this situation for far too long. You've stagnated, and it's almost as if sometimes we need help out, okay? Sometimes when we hold on to things, hurt, pain, experiences of being in a situation with somebody where they've either negated us or they've just like completely ignored us, we've been kind of like a pawn in their game, you know, that's when we've stagnated far too long in this. But I feel with this card too, it's like that dragon up there, it's almost as if you're now recognizing their energy. You're now recognizing that the situation no longer serves you and it's more of a hindrance in your life. And you're pulling your sword up and you're making sure that the situation, you're on guard for it. You've thought about it way too long, and it's like no matter what you've thought about, it's still in your life. It's still present. You still haven't been able to let it go. Now, you need to be conscious of how you're going to engage it any further. I would suggest letting it go entirely, but sometimes that's difficult. Either way, this is for justice. This is clarifying cards for justice. So in regard to this is the universe saying, hey, listen, looks like you need a helping hand. Let me do that. Go ahead and take some more time for yourself, but let me cut that energy out. You know, this kind of stuff has to go. It's not healthy to hold on to that, okay? At the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Wands. Rad. You have the King of Wands here twice. So this is heavy energy of following your own pursuits, trusting yourself and your intuition, going after what it is that you want in your life. This is also heavy suggestion that you may, once this kind of falls away and comes into more perspective, once you heal your energies, you come into abundance with this King of Wands. You have him here twice, and you, Aquarius, are showing up as the Queen of Wands. So I really want to stress here, it's important and helpful to it's important to be conscious of what you're letting go of, be conscious of the ties that bind, you know, and be conscious of how willing you are to hold on to something for hope's sake, when the evidence has been entirely clear that this person is not something that you should be hoping for. Show me the Page of Wands in reverse. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Page of Wands in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. So in regard to this situation, not knowing which direction to go in, not knowing, you know, not feeling steady in regard to how we're going to be moving along in things, you need to trust that things are coming to a close for a reason, okay? You're coming to a greater understanding of lessons that must be learned, but you also need to let them go. This is a huge card for releasing things, okay? This lets things go. It's not perpetuating cycles any longer. It feels that this whole situation has been one long-standing cycle that's kept you stagnated and not moving in the direction that you need to be going in. It kept you in a stagnation energy where it's like you've sometimes felt immature and childlike in regard to how you've clung on to this situation. Clung on to the situation. I'm like having to reiterate that, clung on, like clinging. Okay. Okay. Show me an energy of advice for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in regard to this situation. Okay. So yeah, you got the Hermit in reverse and you have the Five of Cups. So this is basically dealing with... Okay, so first of all, sometimes the Hermit in reverse can talk about somebody who does not go within. They don't take the time to make the effort to go into themselves and take into consideration everything that they need to. This is a deep card of contemplation. It's about healing. It's about psychic awareness. It's about spiritual governing. You know, it's basically about somebody who governs their own life through how they are affected by what is around them. You know, you have to be sure that you're going within to really evaluate the situation. Upright, it's talking about going within. Here also in reverse, it can be talking about somebody who has gone within and now they're ready to come out. Now they're ready to mourn a situation and let it go. This is talking about mourning, regret. Sometimes this goes two ways. Sometimes when we don't do the healing, we don't do the reconciliation within ourselves, not with somebody else, but with ourselves. We remain in a level of stagnation, of pain. We hold on to what once was and we thought was going to be a certain way, but it didn't happen that way. And we're holding on to this pain. You know, holding on, not doing the work. That's one way of looking at it. Here also, this is talking about, all right, I've gone to myself, I've been introspective, I've healed in certain ways, I have come to an understanding of this pain, and I'm ready to let it drop. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Three of Swords. So in regard to the situation with this person, you're tired of this energy. It's far better for Aquarius to look forward to what you have in your life and to start working on making that a possibility versus stagnating with somebody who brings you pain, heartache, emotional frustration, and perpetuates baggage. So I hope this reading was helpful. Yeah, with this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the other deck. Like, this is talking about brand new beginnings, things that need to be nurtured into existence. This is slow, steady, methodical, long-standing, progressive energy that builds and builds and builds, but it's something that we build for ourselves, you know, and when we are in tandem with somebody who is on our side, who wants to work with us, that is when this energy is utilized. That is when we build things positively. Okay? All right, Aquarius, I love you. I hope everything goes well and this reading was helpful. My name is Isel. I'm on YouTube as the Altruistic Mystic. And yeah, if you found this to resonate, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be with you in a couple of weeks. All right, take care. Bye, Aquarius.